family, good day. There we are right there. We're in New York, heading through the middle upstate kind of area of New York, not New York City. We're heading to New Hampshire actually, but just out here enjoying this beautiful demiurge. It's a rest area. Been coming through New York a lot, but wanted to take you on this little small walk and talk real quick and talk about this video. Last videos that I made were about, community building, a simple website where it can house any state location where there may be other groups, where I'll gather together all the links of other groups of communities, happenings, meetups, whatever it may be. And then as well as I made a video on tokenizing, having a community coin, maybe called the Monad coin or maybe Gnosis coin. And all that really is, tokenizing, all that really is a way of capturing monetary value that's already there, that slips through the cracks. But now you can now tokenize any other value that can then be monetized in a sense. And it's all in the eye of the beholder on what you see as monetary value, because you could possibly buy things with it inside your community because other people value it and use it as a medium of exchange of energy. But this video I wanted to share. And hey, if you see that hat, I don't ever look for validation or need to explain myself. It's just that I do want people that might be new to the channel stopping by being like, why am I talking to this dude? He's identifying patriotism. But nah, I'm driving a truck, so I'm just blending in, It actually helps, especially with what's going on around the country. You kind of want to act like you're a patriot, in a sense. That way you just get the green light. Especially when you deal with law enforcement all the time. Driving truck, we're always talking to law enforcement at way stations and stuff, and there's a lot going on in those places. So anyways, I was just grounding out here, doing some push-ups. This is oregano. This is my spot, I think. Yeah, you can see where I was at. That's pure oregano. It smells so good. I was out here for a half hour just getting vitamin D, drinking yerba mate, and stretching and grounding and getting sun. But anyways, this video I wanted to share. This is my Gnosis, my personal Gnosis journey. And this isn't a call out or a cry out. I mean, most people will see this video in the future. Anyways, and I'm so used to being by myself and learning who I really am, and I don't need to wait on anything external. I need to look internally, and that's the closest connection. It's not even a connection, it's a straight direct beyond connection to who we are, to Father, Mother, Child, and all the aeons, the pleroma, and being full and complete and whole, and literally having no needs, because I has no needs. Is complete, is perfect. We are perfect as our Heavenly Father is perfect. As Christ says, be perfect. And we are. That's what he means. And but yeah, I've been experiencing my own, another kind of dark night of the soul, lighter version. And it could be something maybe less than that as well. Something natural. And again, this is to inspire other people in case you're going through these things as well. This is why I share this. But it is difficult, I miss my family, I look at photos, and sometimes it's hard to look at photos on my human ego side, emotions and things like that, which I don't let them overtake me, but I still sit with them and I feel them a little bit, because I am here in this realm. I am here in this realm right now. And I miss my family so much. So it could just be simply that, I do have my son with me, but I deeply miss my wife and my my youngest and my oldest boy, and with the challenges of having family separation, being in two different countries. I mean, we're mixed bloods, and my boys, my oldest boy especially, has never really found his place. And well, he kind of has, but he identifies with the Mexican culture, but sadly he has fallen to the lowest. Every culture has a low side. I'm not one bit, talking down on them. I love Mexico and I love Mexicans, and in fact I'm a legal Mexican. My kids are half Mexican, my wife's Mexican. But I'm just saying every society has its lower vibration, where people struggle and they think low vibes thoughts. And so he's on that side. Since he's not in school, he runs his own car wash or has a partner. He's only 14, listen to the lower vibrational hip hop in Mexico, which just talks about narcos and drugs. But he's not, thankfully, I think he doesn't have anything to do with drugs from what I can tell in the conversations I've had with him. He's seen my own experience in life, and I don't think he cares. Also, he comes from a complete marriage. He hasn't ever experienced divorce, even though I think he experiences a false sense of abandonment since I'm not able to be there, and I've been in and out because I've always been trying to figure out how to make it for our family. And try to hold the family together while come up here and just get so lost in that battle. But all that was my chains of bondage that helped me awake, and my wife too, be awakened and to quit identifying with those issues. And then through the awakening, we're able to stabilize and find clarity and simplify the process and just go after what we have to go after and conquer it, and guard against the demons of poverty by going out and making these gears turn in the demiurge, like that truck, all those gears, because that's all the demiurge is a big machine of gears, and we are the oil. We are the light and the oil that lubricates it and keeps it from having friction, and maybe when that oil's gone, it will have friction. It'll all cave in on itself in a sense. So yeah, and then I just been having my ego self, my false light self in my mind, or the archons, I try to entertain me a little bit with the future, fears and stuff of okay, well, my goal is to work 6 months in this trucking, save up so much cash so I can knock out, get an RV, try to move my wife to the Mexican border. We live on the US border, and still be able to have a family there together and be able to be within a few miles apart while waiting on her documents to come through. That'll take about 3 years or so, because we're just finally catching up on it. And yeah, so those things archons know, they kind of have a little bit of a grip knowing my situation. And so yeah, maybe they're really weighing on me. And especially in my dreams, every night I'm in Mexico in my dreams, literally almost every night, some different scene, not necessarily bad stuff, just random type things. And it's not like I sit there and identify and think about it all day long. No, I actually do pretty well, remembering who I am without overdoing it to where that becomes a trap in itself, thinking I'm I'm gonna awaken one, and any type of superiority type of thing. No, just humbleness, just gratefulness, and just kind of not holding on to any one thing, and just letting silence kind of be part of my life. Even while I drive, just don't think too much. Just know that right now I'm in this step. These next few months, yeah, it gets kind of mundane when you're driving out there. You go through a lot of traffic. Sometimes you don't have any traffic, and you see the same places every day, all the time, going through some spots, and where it's just boring, and time just seems to slow down a little bit. You start counting time, oh man, it's only August. I plan on going till December or so, and then yeah, you just stop right there. You're like, oh, I better stop thinking about this. You start feeling that energy weighing down on you. So go back to like just taking deep breaths. I am light, Father. This is okay. It's all okay. In fact, this is beautiful, because this is the experience we have to go through. We have to learn. We have to be able to contrast and reflect. And this will be a time. The thing is, ultimately, I think we all know time does fly. It doesn't feel like it in the moment, but once it happens, you realize, like, oh my gosh. And I do tell this to myself all the time, like, bro, next thing you know, you're gonna be in Mexico around the Christmas time. We don't do Christmas. I'm just saying during that time, and you're gonna be outside grounding with your wife, reading some Nakamati text, drinking and sipping on mate in the sun when it's beautiful in December out there, and it, because that's how it is. It truly is. Life is but a vapor here. This life, in this realm, I do believe it just goes by so fast. And so that kind of helps on the human ego side a little bit, to like, oh, okay, cool. But ultimately, like, it kind of sucks sometimes when you don't have that full recognition, like I am. You say it, but you don't always get to experience that sensation. And it's like I remember a few times experiencing that, like, where I was felt enlightened, like floating almost, like, wow, like you can conquer anything without thinking that you need to go conquer anything. Just be, and everything's fine. Everything's beautiful. And ultimately, the Mona has us, the One Father has us, no matter what. We're always there. We are one, because we are one, So anyways, I don't even know maybe when I'm making a point or not, but yeah, we all go through this. It's part of the journey, the Gnosis journey, and it's all part of the awakening and the chains of bondage. And so yeah, I'll get through it too. You can get through it. We all make it, and it is kind of nice to just get to be with people, a family, friends, and sometimes us, the fathers. I mean, they say chosen ones and stuff a lot. I've used the term a lot, but I don't want to make it like an identity thing or something that we're special. Or something. Everyone that awakens is chosen, or whatever it is, But I'm just saying, like, they, how they say chosen ones are like ones that have these experiences. Usually, you don't feel like you fit in, and you struggle to, like, maybe all your life you wondered, like, what's going on, like, why do things seem off? Why do I not feel like I fit here or belong here? Things like that, And they say you might experience a lonelier life and rejected or whatever. You never. So yeah, it's kind of difficult sometimes. You do just want to be with your family, man. I never signed up for divorce. I've been married almost 22 years. Wait, no, 23. Yeah, almost 22 years. It's October. And it's like my wife and I, we always say, man, we see people that are divorced a lot, like, dang, it's like they knew what they had. It's like, why are the ones that have everything, they just pick and choose what they want, but the ones that want it, it's like we actually lived the life that, like, we're almost forced to be, like as if we're divorced, and just constantly separated, but we chose this path. I knew what I was getting into, when it came to documentation. My wife told me everything before we got married. I was like, love doesn't ID someone, oh, where are you from? A lot of parents will say, oh, you're not going to marry that person, you're just going to get into a bunch of bad stuff. We stay with our kind, we stay with our people, whatever, but I loved her, and I still do with all my heart, always will, and I'll always fight, by not fighting, by being. Anyways, I'm going to get, if you found some value, feel free to subscribe if you like. I'm all about just a small, tight niche community, where you're welcome to comment, hit the like button if you'd like to. just mainly here to share my journey and show people the realness of it. And because most stuff you see is good, might be full of knowledge and stuff, but you don't really see behind the scenes of people's actual experiences, the real experience, you know. You just hear people give like the best, beautiful, polished, you know, stuff. Yeah, it's value packed, and maybe mine is just not seen as much valuable, because who wants to see just, you know, somebody's life? You know, they got to live their life, and yeah, it's fine. Get it. You know, we all only have so much time to watch videos, and maybe you want to watch the videos that bring the most value. But that's it. Much love, and have a wonderful, beautiful journey yourself. The Most High. Peace and love, family.